Hello and welcome back to Dark Souls. As I was saying last time, I think I interrupted myself. The undead thing, when you're undead, like me, or like those hollows up there, there are some hollows up there, the basic grunt enemies of the game, you are unkillable. You will never die. But you have to have something to live for, something to strive for, to hold on to the last bit of humanity within you even when you look like beef jerky. Elsewise you'll end up mad. Just regular old zombies like them. I'm not a zombie, I'm still a man. I may look like meat, but I'm, well, more than meat. I'm alive, but they're alive too, kinda. But anyway, yeah. What he was talking about earlier, going hollow, you go mad, you lose your resolve, and that's what all those guys did, apparently. And apparently, guys come up here quite a bit from the Undead Asylum. I'm not the first. I don't think I'll be the last. Well, maybe I will. Maybe that's why my guy's special. But this guy is Petrus of Thurland. You may have noticed him in that last episode, and his hair looks stupid. And so does his face. His face looks stupid. You don't even have the Thurland face. You've just got a weird angular nose. Let's talk to him.
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Thurland. Have you business with us? If not, I'd prefer to keep a distance, if possible.
When he said us, he was speaking of a group that will arrive later. A little while later.
Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance. But I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this, as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you. Oh my. Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you?
I'm gonna say yes. You gotta enter into a covenant with him. Covenants are a whole thing. They're like in-game grouping methods. You get special rewards from them by following your covenant. But we're gonna abandon this one pretty quickly just because it has no real benefit other than, like, talking to this guy. And I just want to look through his items, read their descriptions. In his shop, he's a shop character. I can buy things from him for souls.
Very well. Then first, a covenant with the gods.
You see, souls work as both currency and experience. They're a very valuable resource. And you lose all of them when you die, and all of your humanity. And you also lose if you're revived to human, you've got all your pretty face, and you're a smooth skin, then you can lose that as well when you die. You will lose that, not just can. So yeah, there's something magical about these covenants.
Let me share my miracles. Only their ultimate effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
Oh yeah, and we also wanted to learn this gesture because it's hilarious. Okay, let's take a look. Great Heal Excerpt. Great Miracle cast by Advanced Clerics. Restores high HP. Great Heal Excerpt borrows from only several verses of Great Heal. As a result, it can only be cast a stark few times. Now, the power of these miracles comes from... These miracles are more like stories. They're scrolls that you read, and then you gain the power of the tale. And you draw this power from the gods. But in this game, it seems like the gods are living things that you talk to, and they give you their power somehow. Don't know where they got it, but, I mean, souls of lords, right? Whatever. Homeward. Great Miracle cast by Advanced Clerics. Return to last bonfire rested at. Would normally link to one's homeland, only the curse of the undead distorted its power, redirecting casters to a bonfire. Or perhaps for undead, this serves as home. Common miracle amongst cleric knights. Creates shockwave. This quickly acting miracle inflicts no damage, but propels foes back and defends against arrows. Cleric knights use this miracle when charging into enemy mobs. Seek guidance. Miracle of clerics in an undead mission. Display more guidance from other worlds. You may have noticed that orange writing on the ground. That's what they're talking about. Players can do that too. The developers put some down. I guess they're talking about more developer stuff, maybe more player stuff, higher level range in what messages you can see. But I don't know. Guidance facilitates communication between undead, but their value varies greatly. A balance of faith and wisdom is required. So yeah, you can read a message, it's like, oh man, jump ahead, and it's facing a cliff. You know, some people are just weird jerks. Heal, elementary miracle cast by clerics. Elementary, my dear Watson! You'd have started out with this. Well, I would have started out with this if I had picked the cleric to begin with. Restores HP. To cast a miracle, the caster learns a tale of the gods, and says a prayer to be blessed by its revelations. Heal is the shortest of such miraculous tales. Maybe, actually, okay, a miracle, the caster learns a tale of the gods. So you read the story, and the knowledge of the story itself gives you power. Like, the power comes from your knowledge, I guess. It's kind of like... It's more than sorcery, I'd say, at least. Sorceries in this game don't even have that much. But we'll get to that bridge when it's there. Sorcerers are dumb. Let's just say that for now. Talisman. Weapon type talisman. Attack type strike. We're not going to read weapon type and attack type anymore. You can just read those while I'm rambling on about the other stuff. Medium for casting miracles of the gods. Standard talisman issued to common believers. Equip talisman to cast miracles. Attune miracles from a scroll at a bonfire. Most miracles have a limited number of uses. And a Thurulent talisman. Medium for casting miracles of the gods. This talisman is only granted to high-ranking Thurulent clerics. Has a high miracle adjustment, which, thanks to divine protection, is not dependent on faith. So yeah, this makes your miracles more powerful, but it's not for clerics, it's for other people who are just using miracles. So, I don't know. Guess. Whatever.
Come again. The effectiveness of the teachings depends
So yeah, if you wanted to use some
faith.
miracles and you didn't start out as a cleric, you could pick that up, but I don't want to use miracles. And I'm not a cleric. Miracles don't serve much purpose to me. I mean, Homeward would be pretty useful, but that thing's darn expensive, and I want to spend my souls on more useful things. Ooh, souls. I already knew that was there. And I already know this is here. I'm just picking up a couple of items real quick before I go on one of my planned death runs. Gonna do a couple of death runs. Runs of death. Death runs. Oh, look, and we just got a talisman for free. We didn't even need him. Yeah, there's a little secret area up here. Little garden of boxes. We can just get stuff. Oh yeah, I'm gonna show you the expressions. You can do expressions. There's my point forward. Here ist mein Zielheil. Here is a point down. No, that's bad. It's a taunt, usually. People use it as a taunt in PvP. There's a beacon. There's a wave. And there's a bow. It's a very nice bow. And then there's joy. Yay, nondescript joy! I think for now I'm going to take away point up. Point up never really serves to do much. There's very little up in this game. But you know what there is? There is shrug. There is some shrug-worthy stuff. I don't know. I like it. It's humorous. I like it. I've said I like it twice. And this guy actually looks pretty neat when he's hollow. Well, not up close. Let's get it further away. There, with less definition, he looks kind of cool, but... Gah. Hey, ugly. Better get that fixed. We'll get that fixed after we die. Which, like I said, I'm planning on. I'm planning on it. You can count on me dying. Lloyd Salzman. I've also got to do a run real quick through this graveyard, because these skeletons are a bit too dangerous for me to fight right now. And I've just summoned 4 of them. See? Now I've got to run. And I run so far away. I just run. I run so far away. 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 I run so far aw I just run. I run all night and day. I believe I've gotten away. And that's how that story ends. Speaking of stories ending, I'll see you next time on Dark Souls.